Good evening. I had to make another post because this week I had to cut my number one shelter sister and her family off. And I'm trying to think, like, I'm trying to feel my way through it, but I'm usually known for giving grace after grace after grace, because I've learned in spirit, that's what you're supposed to do. But sometimes you need to give grace to yourself, and that's what I did. So I found out that she stood up her family again for Easter dinner. I said, oh no, I'm not supporting this shit. I'm not supporting this shit. No way. Like, this is why I say crack is a demon. It will steal your life. It will steal your logic, So she leaves, like, I think the last time I saw her was the Friday before Easter Sunday, and she was happy. She was talking it up just like she was talking it up the last time she disappeared. So I think, I said, maybe she's going to get back on track this time. She blew it in a major way before. Maybe she's going to get it together this time, but oh my God. My daughter calls me Tuesday looking for her. I said, your mother told me she was going to help your grandmother cook Easter dinner. Her daughter said, no, she wasn't here. I said, the last time I saw her was Friday night. And I was just like, and then she reappears too. And then she comes to my bed early in the morning because I already know what's up, So she came to, like, ask me for something, and I was just like, get out. Get out. And it was cold too. And she was like, you don't talk to me like that. I said, I'll talk to you however I want to. Call your daughter. And at that point, I could take my own advice. But you see, I stay away from my kids for their own well-being at this time, But I'm nowhere, talking to them, gassing them up on things that's not going to happen right now, And that's what I don't like. So I decided to cut her off, because the minute she's depleted, the first thing she do is come looking for me. And I'm not with the shits. I'm not with it. And she got some nice daughters too. She got 4 of them, but it's only one in particular that reach out to me to see if I see her, And I feel so bad for that child, but she used to it. Like, I can hear it from her tone. Like, you're not getting my support. You're not getting my support. You're not wrapping yourself around me no more the minute you don't have nothing, And it starts early in the morning. She be hovering me over my bed. My roommates is like... they know she my number one shelter sister, so they don't say shit, because I might bark back. But that morning, it was me barking. I said, no more of this. No more. I can't, I'm not willing to do it, And I do give I give God's grace to people, you know. And to those I can't give grace to right now, you know, you on the list. That's all I can say. You know, I'm human too. But this is right up in my face, you know. I think she thinks that I'm a sucker, you know. Because I start off with people, you know, I try to on the right foot, unless I don't care for your energy, you know. Then I decide whether I want to be bothered or not. But anyway, I cut her off. Like, and I cut her family off too. And I told her daughter, like, after we finished messaging and everything, because oh yeah, I had to message her daughter because her daughter messaged me asking about a telephone number that came to my phone because I was helping her, you know, get her, you know, her ducks in a row. And she was using my telephone number, so something did come through for like a training or something. And that was the last piece, you know. And mind you, I had gave the information to her mother the same day I told her to get out because she asked me for it, you know. And the very next day, here's her daughter calling me, asking me for the information again. I said, nah, hell no. Hell no. And you know, the crazy thing is she's older than me and she is wise in other ways, but this, you know, I can't carry your cross. You got to carry your own cross. I can't do it for you. You lied to your family, who the fuck am I? You know, at this level, you lied to your family at this level too? And you expect people to just keep doing for you and helping you recover and whatnot and everything. Meanwhile, it's a game, honey. It is a game. She loved that shit. She loved it, you know. She loved the manipulation. But I'm not to be manipulated. Honey, I just spent a very long time with a family member who have the same problem as you. There was no trick she was going to pull that I had seen pulled already. Okay? So, I gave the daughter her information, the information again, you know. I was annoyed that she was asking me exactly the day after I had directly given it to her mother. So at some point in the text, I said, enough is enough, honey. Enough is enough. I'm over this. So I gave her the information, and then, you know, I wrote her, you know, a text message, you know, because I understand that, you know, this might be very hurtful for them, you know. And I told her, I said, you know, I'm blocking you. Yeah. I told her, I'm blocking you. I'm blocking you for my own good. And, you know, it's not out of hatred. It's not. And I'm blocking every other number that calls this phone looking for her, too. And I did it. I'm not playing. You know? No. You ain't gonna use my energy up for bullshit. I have my own goals to meet. And I'm not gonna be bombarded with someone who's talking about getting their stuff together but not really doing it. You know, just looking for what can be benefited from this, you know, 9th round of bullshit she's trying to run every couple of weeks. Nah, you can count me out, boo. I'm done. I am done. You know, I realize why God put me in this particular shelter, because at first I thought, oh, well, you got to be tested by fire if you're going to honor him, And this is fire. I've been in the fire, but this is a new kind of fire. This is a new realm of fire. So at first I thought he'd put me in here to, help me check my temperament. Because, I have a little temper too. And so it isn't just to help me balance my shadow. I'm also here to exercise it too. Because, by default, I don't live in my shadow. But I do make sure that if I have to address something, I address it in the tone I need to address it in. Let's just put it that way. But anyway, yeah. Not just a balance of shadow, but to also exercise it too. Like, a big fight is coming up. And it seems like I'm going to have to be cold-blooded. I'm going to tell y'all about a couple of things I've done in shadow since I've been here, but it's checked a couple of people. Like, it's some weird shit going on out here. But what am I going to do? I just cross bridges when I get to them, But I keep jumping these hurdles and I can't stop until I get where I want to be, I'll make another video tonight. I'll be back soon. Thank you for listening, and take God with you everywhere you go, even if it's to hell.